God, speak here from immensity of the complete and united divine existence, in all its dimensions and divine existences. Dear and beloved people, when you call upon me in your hearts and souls, you awaken my spirit. I am happy to connect to you and help you. I am sad not to be able to show myself to you, and be heard clearly. Why I am invisible, have you thought about it? Why also in high astral dimensions through many eons, not many people have gained the right to see my presence in some form of light, and heard me loud? In Genesis days of creation, in vastness realms of non-physical universes, in very high frequency of light, God presence could be seen in sound, especially to angels who were connected to me, God. People lived in the ancient universe in magnificent palaces till recently, which the primal ancient creator created with his goddesses in high frequency of light, with no suffering, giving birth, or death, and need to work for money. The third dimension was created later and continues till today in parallel time. We call the third dimension illusion because it's where the truth of people divinity is more hidden, and God presence is hidden. Humanity has been given independency from God through lessons of faith, in the darkness of the unknown future and hidden presence of God, for the sake of strengthening and growth. After the events of the Bible time with the creator of this universe Jehovah, who could be seen and heard in Israel and created miracles, humanity needed independency from God and free will in order to empower and develop its soul qualities. I, God, who reside in all dimensions in different awakening state, and my great divine forces in creation and above it, we had at first hard time understanding why humans had to land to so dense frequency of the third dimension in this rotation of creation. While in high dimensions people can materialize everything by the power of thought, not by hard labor of years. With the ages we realized that human beings intensified, grew their souls outstandingly and unbelievable, and developed great souls qualities, thanks to their suffering and cruel separation from Source. Therefore repeated incarnations happen to humanity, with vacations between them in the high astral dimensions. We are amazed by the occurrences of this rotation of creation. Over the eons, I, God, sent my powerful creators who created the dense stars and managed them. I intervened behind the scenes at some level, according to my ability and the level of my awakening in each dimension. Due to wars and violence between brothers, hate and cruelty, people in this rotation of creation had to forget their past lives in order to love themselves and incarnate in many new lifetimes. Consciously they forgot, but in the soul level and emotional body they remember. People have to become many-time children, in order to purify their hearts and connect to God. The childhood helped the soul after old aging and tough separation from Source, to become again innocent and pure, gentle and honest. People gain new chances of life as more mature souls, to experience the third dimension. Death, rebirth, and forgetting incarnations into Divine Source is very painful to humanity, yet it's evolved humanity fast and powerfully. It is very hard for the divine forces who controls the pathways of light and the high dimensions of the universe through so many eons to send people to new incarnations from high dimensions while they resist that in the conscious level, also when there are old souls who had many incarnations. In the tunnels of light after death and before birth, and the high dimensions in this universe, people receive from divinity miracles of soul purifications and initiations. And in high planets of love and dimensions of divine nirvana, divinity sometimes shows itself in light forms and speak loud to people. We do it less in this age because humanity and divinity experiencing attachment and more separation from each other. In this age the ancient universe who left where people didn't suffer undergo cancellation process, and the astral dimensions of the universe are still just a short vacation to humanity between incarnations, because humanity need to grow fast and empower through the third dimension. This universe and the third dimension stars in it became the center of the universe, and are very important to humanity and divinity. I, God, who have powerful presence in very high dimensions of light and love behind this universe and the gates of creation, experience their completion and great happiness. I feel much compassion to humanity, which needs so powerful disconnection from the high dimensions through so many eons. It is painful for me to see humanity suffering, therefore in this age I wish the end of the third dimension stars. I am waiting that humanity will overcome its karma and ascend to unity with divinity in high dimensions for eternity. I pray for new union between humanity and divinity, forgiveness and grace, unconditional love and great union. I am tired of my separation and hidden presence from my children, my sons and daughters. I thank you, my dear and beloved sons and daughters, for you have given divinity in many lifetimes in order to become who you are. I have realized that my hidden presence in many dimensions through many eons was necessary for your growth, and I forgive myself for my pain to be disconnected from you and invisible to your eyes. As I experiencing big attachment for my creatures, so you are like abandoned children from your father mother creator. We both are in pain from that, and we both are waiting to the renew marriage and union with each other, with forgiveness and unconditional self-love. I know that you have created yourself out of your loneliness and pain to live detached from your divine powers, and you have lost your right to live without work for money. You have reached great achievements than divinity expect from you in this rotation of creation. The big divine hierarchy, my creators, and many divine beings from light years of nirvana presences, are watching over you and pray for your liberation and happiness. We heartfelt give gratitude to your contribution for the sake of the exalted divine development. We are grateful to the greatness of your brain, the greatness of your developed divine hearts and souls, the greatness of your sensitive emotional body, and all which you have developed. We are grateful for the greatness of the one united heart and soul in all our creation realms, and the creations which were and will be. I am, God, the one eternal divine, within you and in every realm of light and lofty divine existence. Give thanks to all creatures of my united divine presence in this prolonged and powerful rotation of creation. I am that I am, God.